And now, it's time for Flashback with Steven. Flash, to take a flash, to take a flash. With Steven, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, everybody. Welcome to the first episode of Flashback with Steven. In today's episode of Flashback with Steven, what we do is we flash back and we take a look at previous Joe Biden with current Joe Biden. What he said and what he did in regards to lying. He should be called Lying Biden. That might be a new nickname for him. This is an old footage that a lot of people forgot. A lot of people got mishandled. It got put into the annals, the cellars of the YouTube archives. And I found it and I thought I would share it with everyone. So sit back, enjoy this, because it's a fun ride. Biden, the man we can trust. Back when he was, he had cognitive abilities. Back when he was quotient in his thoughts. Back when he was able to put a couple sentences together without forgetting what he said. That Biden. Actually, he was never all that bright. But this Biden, back when he actually still wasn't suffering with early forms of dementia. So let's roll the tape.
Democratic presidential candidate Joseph Biden today faces a controversy. 3 weeks ago, at a debate at the Iowa State Fair, he used phrases identical to those delivered by British Labour Party leader Neil Kinnock.
Biden seemed to be claiming Kinnock's vision and life as his own.
Why is it that my wife, who's sitting out there in the audience, is the first in her family to ever go to college?
Why is Gladys the first woman in her family in 1,000 generations to be able to get to university?
My ancestors who worked in the coal mines in northeast Pennsylvania don't come up after 12 hours and play football.
8 hours underground, and then come up and play football.
It's because they didn't have a platform upon which to stand.
There was no platform upon which they could stand.
The notion that every thought or notion or idea you'd have to go back and find and attribute to someone, I think is, quite frankly, ludicrous.
The problem here is that Senator Biden told his audience he'd just been thinking about these things, and he failed to give any credit at all to his famous British speechwriter.
You know, I was thinking on the way over here. Now, that's a little too much, because, as you point out, what's behind the words? What's there? And a lot of people, the rap on Biden has always been that it's just a surface.
I should have said, to paraphrase Neil Kinnock.
This is back when he could, put a couple sentences together and remember what he said. That was back then. The rap on old Biden has been that, there's not much there. And he's the 80-year-old version of 40-year-old version here? Yeah, I'm going to guess here it's about 30 years ago. So he was, whatever the simple math on that is, in his 40s, basically. Holy cow. This is great.
It's the only time I didn't. And all the times I've ever used it.
But CBS News found a tape of a second instance.
It reappeared in the New York Times with a new charge, that Biden had appropriated a famous litany from the late Robert Kennedy about what the gross national product cannot measure.
Cannot measure the health of our children.
The health of our children,
The quality of our education.
the quality of their education,
The joy of their play.
or the joy of their play.
Biden gave Kennedy no credit. He has also quoted or paraphrased John Kennedy, Hubert Humphrey, and British Labour Party leader Neil Kinnock, all without credit.
Joseph Biden admitted today that he committed plagiarism when he was in law school. He said it was a mistake, but that it was unintentional.
He quoted 5 pages of someone else's work without proper citation.
I've done some dumb things, and I'll do...
You can say that again. He's barely saying he'll do some dumb things in the future. That's for sure.
dumb things again.
He was given an F.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Yes, you will.
I've been dumb.
To the political community in Washington, it all seems of a piece. Plagiarism at law school, plagiarism on the stump.
The great communicator. Strike that. The great imitator.
You don't steal verbatim, or when you do, as he did 99% of the time, you give credit.
Biden's critics say he sells himself as a man whose words and visions can inspire a new generation in politics. But if the thoughts, phrases, and visions really belong to others, it's a form of false advertising.
Is it a wise idea, though, to take something that personal, anyway, from another politician and try and appropriate it to your own campaign?
I think it was a stupid thing to appropriate material that was really very personal, that was someone else's.
Most people didn't know who he was. you know, Joe Biden, and now they're going to say, oh yeah, he's the guy who plagiarized.
There's a lot of people.
Joe
Politically,
Biden.
that's devastating.
These clips are devastating. He looks like a Joe Biden wind-up doll with somebody else's words coming out.
Boom! Back in 1987, they said he looks like a Joe Biden wind-up doll with somebody else's words coming out of his mouth. Now take him. Now look at him. On his teleprompters, on his dementia. He is a puppet. There is no substance to Joe Biden, and he is the head. He is the Democratic presidential nominee. If this isn't a blatant, in-your-face, wake up, it's time to walk away from the Democratic Party, I don't know what is. They are running him as a joke. It's a joke. He's a joke. He's not legit. This is ridiculous, man. Say what you will about Trump. Say what you will about his intellect. Say what you will about his style, the way he speaks and whatnot. There's not going to be a debate. If there's a debate, they are going to remove him as candidate. He's going to get the coronavirus and die or something, because they will not let him run there will be an October surprise. They'll put Michelle and they'll put somebody else in there. There's no way. They legitimately are trying to run. They cannot be that dumb. Let's carry on.
If they're going to do things that are stupid as well as immoral, then they're probably too dumb to have the job of president.
Voters are going to have to decide whether he was dishonest or dumb.
Senator Joseph Biden may have more explaining to do.
The new questions stem from taped remarks of Biden during an April campaign appearance in New Hampshire.
I went to law school on a full academic scholarship, the only one in my class to have a full academic scholarship. Went back to law school and, in fact, ended up in the top half of my class. I was the outstanding student in the political science department at the end of my year. I graduated with 3 degrees from undergraduate school and 165 credits, only needed 123 credits.
Biden now concedes he did not graduate in the top half of his law school class, that he does not have 3 degrees from college, and that he was not named outstanding political science student in college.
I made a mistake on all the 3 things that I said I did do and have, and I actually don't have or didn't do or have any of those things. But I'm not gonna lie to you anymore. I'm gonna be a straight shooter. And is it just me, or does Joe Biden have more hair now? Anyways, carrying on.
Newsweek says Biden actually went to school on a half scholarship, ended up near the bottom of his class, and won only 1 degree, not 3.
Joe Biden ranked 76th in a class of 85 at the University of Syracuse Law School. I mean, this guy comes off this whole thing as a flyweight.
Now Biden says Newsweek is right. His memory had failed him.
And I'd be delighted to sit down and compare my IQ to yours if you'd like, Frank.
Oh, Donald Trump wants to do that, but you're not willing to do that one, bro. And he comes off as a total fake. He comes off, back in 87, they were saying he comes off as a total fake and liar. This is just too good. This flashback, man. Too great.
Biden was victimized by the truth.
Bye-bye Biden. He may not know it yet, but I think this is going to be very difficult for him to recover.
Is Joe Biden dead meat, yes or no?
I think so.
Bob?
It's in terminal condition.
Terminal. Eleanor?
Yes, unless he comes in 3rd in Iowa.
Morton?
Dying.
I say dead. We'll be right back.
Oh, that is just some pain right there, man. The flashback. I got this from Newsbusters, lest I be considered someone who took this from, I be a Biden, right? I got this little article from Newsbusters, but that man, that says it all. And he is, it blows me away with all of his cognitive problems and all of the patently shallow candidate that he is, right? The patently obvious puppet candidate that he is. How they're running this guy with any kind of, and to be taken serious in any way, shape, or form is truly and completely beyond me. That was pretty much it. Just a little flashback with Steven. Please, if you like this video, or if you like this video, hit the like button, right? And if you don't like it, hit the dislike button twice. Make sure you subscribe if you're new to the channel. It's SJG Perspective, without fear or animus. Lion Biden, man. Lion Biden. We'll see you later. Have a good night. Talk to you soon. Bye. It's just too great. Oh.